Hi there, my name is Tiffany Newman and welcome to my closet. Yes, I'm in my closet because it just so happens to be the quietest room in my house. Now, quiet is one of those words that you don't fully appreciate until you have children. I have a 6-year-old daughter, Natalie, and a 4-year-old son, Ethan. Now, I can tell you that there's nothing in this world more challenging than being a parent, but there's also nothing in this world I love more than my children. Nevertheless, some people don't realize the work that goes into being a parent. There's more to it than just having a child. You have to realize that it's no longer about you, or ever again for that matter. Every choice you make will directly or indirectly affect your children. I remember years ago when I was in my teens, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and at that point I didn't really even care. I was going nowhere fast. I just kind of went with the flow. I made stupid choices, big mistakes. But when I was 21, I decided that I was ready to have my first child. The instant I found out I was pregnant, my entire world changed. I knew that I had to be done with my old ways, the party lifestyle was over for me. The drinking, which had become a major part of my routine, had to stop. That was a point of time in my life when I was struggling with anorexia and bulimia. But it all stopped when I found out I was pregnant. Because I knew it was no longer about me. I had to do better for my child. So I made some life changes. Is that all it takes? No. I had to figure out how I was going to feed this kid. Jumping from job to job didn't exactly make for dependable support for the child. So I found a job preparing taxes. That awesome opportunity opened doors to, an even better job. And then that opened doors to an even better job, which is where I'm currently employed with the CSB now. And I finally know what I want to be when I grow up, which is a substance abuse counselor. I'm in college, so I can take my career to the next level, but I get so discouraged sometimes. I feels like I'm never going to finish. Can I make all these deadlines? I get flustered, and as if I'm not already a nervous wreck with everything that I've got going on, then I like to take a public speaking class. But, even though I get so discouraged, I look at my kids and I realize it's all worth it. I'm doing this for them. They're the reason I get up in the morning and do everything that I have to do. So I get my motivation through them. But it takes even more than that. I think most importantly, you have to be the person you want your children to become. I can be sober, and I can be healthy, and I can go to work and make money, but those aren't enough to grow a responsible, respectful child. Children learn most of what they know from their parents. For example, this morning I had just made myself a fresh, hot, awesome, amazing, totally necessary cup of coffee. And I was juggling book bags and lunch boxes and my purse and dropped the coffee, hot coffee, all over the kitchen floor. And then I yelled, "Damn it!" Well, I cleaned up the mess, and about 15 minutes later, I walked down the hallway, and my son is trying to put his shoes on and drops his Leapfrog tablet and says, "Damn it!" I taught him that. They pick up things so quickly. It slipped out of my mouth, but it flowed freely from his mouth. Of course, I corrected him, and then I apologized for my language, of course. But that's just an example of how children learn from their parents. Another more positive example. On Christmas, my kids and I were out shopping, and I had dropped some change into the Salvation Army change jar, and my daughter asked me, "Mommy, what was that for?" And I explained to her that, not all families, you know, have what they need, whether it be clothing or Christmas presents or, you know, even somewhere to live. So a little bit of change now and then is a good thing to help out with. And I see her wheels spinning in her head, you know, she's thinking. Well, we get home later on that afternoon, and she goes into her room and she comes back out with a bag of toys. And she says, Mommy, can we give these toys to that same place that you gave your money, you know, the guy with the bell? And I was like, honey, why do you want to do that? And she's like, well, Mommy, I don't play with these toys anymore, and maybe one of those little boys or girls would like to have these toys since I don't need them anymore. That was a very proud mommy moment for me. It makes incidents like this morning, you know, make me not feel so bad. I know as a mom I have made plenty of mistakes. And let's be honest, children don't come with a manual or a mute button for those of you thinking of having children. They don't come with a mute button either. But I learned from my mistakes. I learned what not to do and how to do things better. I learned to put a filter on my mouth or praise my child for being selfless. I learned having a baby and being a good mother are two completely different things. Being a good parent isn't just something you do, it's who you are. Thanks for listening.